evening, everybody. How are we all doing? I hope we're having a good week so far, coming off the back of Easter and everything like that. So today is the 4th of April 2013. It is Thursday, and we're here to review last night's brilliant unfinished business from Arrow, episode 19, and a fair few revelations were brought to light in this episode. A couple of things I didn't expect to see happen. You might have seen a few things from a mile off. Even I sort of got my suspicions about one particular person. But basically, the Count returns. Seth Gable is guest starring back in this episode. Obviously, if you remember from Vertigo, he was pretty much up to his eyeballs in the stuff. Oliver totally induced him with a huge dosage of the drug, and it should have killed him, but it didn't. It just only, kind of made him a bit more nuts than usual. So the story goes that he's apparently a newer version of the drug, an unstable and more unpredictable version of Vertigo is released, and it actually causes the person using it to sort of like do things that you wouldn't expect them to do. The opening scene basically has a young girl get hit by a car, yet she was in the club, and then next thing you know she's outside. So it was very, very, very confusing, that bit. I've got to talk about Slade and Shadow. I enjoy the island scenes, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree that they're probably one of the best moments of the show. The flashbacks to when Oliver was on the island for 5 years, and obviously remembering off the back of last week's episode, Shadow had pretty much was helping her father. Her father Yao Fei was trying to get her back off the island, and when Slade and Oliver tried to make a deal with Edward Fires, he decided that he was going to double cross them to get further. But then Shadow, as I say, she helps them escape, and she's having a sparring session with Slade, and it is just fantastic to see. It was brilliant. There was so much movement, so much. You can tell the chemistry between the actors, Manu Bennett and I've completely forgotten what her name is now, but the pair of them, you see how they're feeding off each other was brilliant. And you got Oliver in the background, and they're both talking about him whilst he's sitting there. He's going, I'm still here, kind of thing. But she starts so Shadow's now teaching Oliver how to fight, kind of thing, and learn all about patience. So it's all about the whole keeping yourself calm kind of thing, and how she actually teaches him the ways of fighting. He actually, it's like watching the Karate Kid, put it that way. Okay, it's like watching the Karate Kid all over again. They tell him to do something, but he thinks he's not actually making progress, when in fact it will surprise him, basically. John Diggle is he's having a, how should I put it, he's got unfinished business with Deadshot, because obviously he realises that Floyd Lawton was the one who was responsible for killing his brother Andy, and he has Felicity help him track down Floyd, and what he does to actually track him down, he enlists the help of a woman that he's known from his past. And the first thing that I heard was the word A.R.G.U.S, and that's actually an acronym, A.R.G.U.S, and that actually stands for Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans. That's what A.R.G.U.S stands for. So, as I say, that's like their version of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that's what Diggle is discussing with this woman called Layla, and as I say, he seems to have a much deeper connection. If you've read, I think it was chapter 24, I think, or 23, with the Diggle-centric chapter, and she's actually featured in that chapter in the comics in there. Then we've got Tommy Merlin. Oh God, hey, I tell you what. Either he is pulling Oliver's strings really tightly, or he's I don't know, or he's just trying to teach Oliver a lesson. But put it this way, Quentin Lance found out Tommy was up to something regarding the dead girl from the beginning of the episode, missing $10,000, and also somehow involved with Vertigo as well. But it was that, I don't think that was what it wasn't a case of the bad thing that Tommy had done. It's what he did leading up to it, and the eventual reveal of what we were expecting to happen but didn't actually occur. And let's just say that Oliver was shitting himself when he found out what was going on with Tommy. Got to mention also this episode, Unfinished Business. The other unique awesomeness about it is that it's actually written, or co-written rather, by none other than Brian Q. Miller. Smallville fans will know him from not just the TV show, but also obviously from the comics that we've been getting since May last year. So it was really good to see him get dipping his fingers into the Arrow universe, and I'm sure hopefully we'll be seeing more work from him very soon. But yeah, as I say, regarding the Count, towards sort of like the end of the episode, Oliver realises what was actually going on, because, you know, the Count escapes from the mental institute. Or does he? So it's almost like a little smoke screen sort of distraction. And let's just say, without giving it away, that the Count isn't as involved with the creation of the new drug of Vertigo as you would believe to begin with. That's all I'm going to say. But then the end of the episode was even more intriguing. I think we kind of expected this to happen, but let's just say that what happened at the end, I think, is going to be a start of some serious epic things to come. That's all I'm going to say. And even when we go back to the island as well, I think we're going to see some progression in terms of Oliver's training, how he becomes the Hood and all that sort of stuff, how he, you know, betters himself as a person, as an individual, and learning to fear criminals and such things like that as well. So the progression is there. It's all there. You know, there's 4 or 5 episodes left even. So unfortunately, next episode is not until the 24th, so we've got 20 days till the next episode, called Home Invasion. I've seen the promo for that, and that looks tasty as well. So Deadshot returns in that episode, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how that goes. But no, I really enjoyed it. It was very, very brilliant again. And as I say, I think there's some serious coolness coming up between now and obviously the season finale. And we've even also heard, because obviously the cast members and crew members of Arrow were at WonderCon just this weekend gone, and they showed a sizzle reel of what's coming up next from the show. Wow, we are in serious business, people. So yeah, the rest of the first season is going to be tasty. And word from Kreisberg, Guggenheim, and Berlanti is that they've set aside, they've purposely not used as much money on most of the first season, because they're setting it aside for the big finale, for their finale, for the season finale. It's going to be something huge. So I'm really looking forward to see what that's going to involve, and should be awesome. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching as always. Let me know what you thought of the latest episode of Unfinished Business, and yeah, it's just to say, new episode is back on the 24th of April, Wednesday, and let's hope there's no more breaks after that. I don't think there will be, because that'll be end of April, and then it's going to be all the new episodes after that. So 1 week after the new episode per week after that for about 3 or 4 weeks maybe. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.